Alright guys, what's up? Today is another Arrowverss recap video. If you don't know what I do, I basically recap all the episodes. I've done 8 of these. I mean, I've done like 24 last season, but this we've done 8. So if you don't know what I do, you're stupid. Okay, so this will be episode 8 of Supergirl, Arrow, and Flash, and episode 7 of Legends of Tomorrow. So, let's get right down in it. Alright, so first we're talking about Supergirl episode 8, which is also entitled Bunker Hill. Okay, and the threat is Manchester. I'll get into that and why. Mission is find the end to Nia's dream. And yeah. Alright, so we start off the episode of Nia waking up in a dream, and then she gets like phases of things that are going wrong and stuff, and so yeah, a person almost being shot out by Agent Liberty, I believe that's what it looked like, but it's not that way. Kara and John are looking for Manchester to see where he's gone, and then she lifts up the couch, which they do twice in this episode. No, last episode she lifted up a crate. In this episode, she lifted up a couch. So I think they're just reusing a whole lot of things. So you gotta get in your head. She has super strength. Yeah. The General talks to the imposter Liberty. Okay, so when she's going up on the elevator, Nia walks out and she gets scared by Agent Liberty because she saw Agent Liberty, and so then that's how Kara figures out, and then she goes to Brainy and says, Nia, you mean Nia Null? And because Nia Null is also in the 31st century, and so if he tells, he breaks the space-time continuum. Alex has a one-on-one with the president. Nia Null, 31st century, and could tell them who Liberty is. Manchester is at Ben's house. Manchester threatens to kill Ben's wife. Kara helps Nia plant. Okay, yeah, Nia is from the planet Neltor. Neltor is a girl, can see the future like every other, occasionally, that'll happen. Brainy helps Nia go into the dream to try to see who the person is getting shot so they can save that person. Journey to Colleen Wood, which is what the girl is wearing on the jacket. Tour of Lockwood household. Breaks out into a fight, and he's like, your husband is Agent Liberty. And then John is also meditating to try to talk to him out of it, like, don't do this, bro. Yeah. Ben's wife is wearing a Colin Wood jacket, and so then you realize, oh, that's who she's shooting. Forged weapon from Bunker Hill. That's why it's called Bunker Hill. Teen Dream followed and kidnapped. Manchester's outs Ben Lockwood for being Agent Liberty. Kara bad acting, and so that's why they got kidnapped. To find Liberty. Uncovers stein Lockwood steel. So they get captured, she uses her magic to get them out, and then she reveals a sign of that Lockwood steel. Yeah, so yeah. Manchester versus Ben, they go around fighting, and then Kara is trapped in a NTH metal, which is the strongest metal in the world, and so she just flies the building up and breaks out of it. And so yeah, Manchester's there with this little staff thing pointing it at that, and then the little hook thing was to blast him away, so he didn't do that. Then Manchester was pointing a gun at No, not Manchester. Ben was pointing a gun at Manchester, and then Manchester is no. Agent Liberty is stopped by his wife to not shoot him, and then he has to go to prison because the car got him or whatever. Okay. Nia saves Ben, and Ben behind bars, and Manchester. Yeah, Manchester's behind bars too. Supergirl is dismissed because of the quote of this week. He's like, "You know who I am? Who is she?" And so the general is, or the president's like, "We need to know your secret identity." And so she doesn't give it to him, so she's dismissed. So it's not kind of the thing anymore. And so yeah, the quote was, "You know who I am, but who is she?" Yeah. Alright, now. Oh yeah, and then there was an Earth 90s Flash and Monitor at the end of that episode, and then at the end of the Arrow and Flash episode, because they're all part of the same crossover. Yeah, crossovers next week, can't wait. Alright, so, Arrow, episode 8, otherwise entitled Unmasked. The threat of this episode is the Mirror, which was hired by Maxwell Lord. So, yeah. Stop Max, and future stuff is investigate Blackstar. Mr. Girl workout, and she's the new Green Arrow. Ollie is shower nightmare. He's showering and he almost attacks Felicity, and he's like, it's just, I just gotta get back into the role of things. Felicity anniversary party, which it kind of is the anniversary, because this happened last season, then the crossover was episode 8, so yeah, it's their anniversary. Alright, future stuff. Visit to a fight club and looking for Blackstar. Blackstar is a fighter, and Roy is not there, so Roy's not in the future in this episode. Maxwell Lord is at the party. Ollie thanks Laurel. New Green Arrow murdered at the party, but he was framed. Says Renee. Renee says it's not the Green Arrow because it's the Mirror. The Mirror studied that guy's moves, and so he killed people, and then, yeah. Found attack, but helps Glade. Okay, so, yeah. Ford, which was one of the guys, he was attacked, but he helped the Glades. Longbow hunters work for whoever's behind Dante painting, and, yeah. Ford killed while chasing Green Arrow. Oh, yeah. Ford was trying to pack up and leave, but the team was chasing the new Green Arrow guy. So he was killed when they were chasing him. So, the Mirror did it. So, yeah. Ford was leaving, yeah. Lord's club tour with Oliver. Future stuff. Talk with Blackstar and broker finds things for people. She's a broker. She finds things for people. And so she was finding things for Felicity. Felicity attacked by Archer, by the Mirror. Yeah. Frank Cassidy, which is the Mirror, which mimics new Green Arrow guy. Girl. Oliver takes up the mantle, but no mask. I have to fight the Archer guy. Diana and Renee talk about, this is your job, you should take it. And she wants to be the Black Siren. Future stuff. Diana has a Markov 4 tattoo, and it's a symbol of letter. And it was the symbol on the letter that Roy found. Frank Cassidy was hired by Max, and so that's why Oliver attacks Max, and that's why he puts him behind bars. Max stopped. Oliver is working for the SCPD now. Lila and Diggle need Diaz's help to figure out who is behind the Dante painting. New Girl is talking to Robert's grave. Investigation on Black Star. And so, yeah. And the quote from this episode is Oliver saying, "You will always be the best. You will always be the best part of me," which that's what he said when they got married. So, alright. Now, we got Legends of Tomorrow, episode 7, otherwise entitled Hell No Dolly. Instead of Hello Dolly, it's Hell No Dolly. So, yeah. Okay. So, John has a gay dream with a guy called Desmond, and, yeah, she can still shift, so it's reversible. Nora likes a man with a mustache. Mick still using book. Gary likes Mona. Most prolific serial killer changed, which, well, it wasn't changed. Well, it was changed, and that's the time problem. But this Marie Lavar person was actually the mom of the gay guy John Constantine had the thing with. Yeah. The book is with the Bureau. Constantine was knocked out, and the city, New Orleans, brings back memories for John, because that's the city he was in there when he was with the gay guy. So, yeah. And the time is 1856, New Orleans. Forgot to say that. Alright, I just watched this episode because the 100th episode was Flash, so I wanted to watch that on the day, so, yeah. Yeah, so, Marie Lavar wants the medallion because she gave it to her grandson, and her grandson was Desmond, and so she wants it back. But Neron killed Des, but they didn't. Okay. So the actual thing is a spirit or device, which is in a doll, and he gives the medallion. No, she gives the medallion back, and she's like, "This might help you, or something." Then Mona and Koshiba are hurt because she goes back to it to get food, and then she realizes. Okay. So, yeah, since Gary likes Mona, Nate is trying to help Gary. And so so they run into each other. Nate's talking about Gary, while Mona is talking about the Kushiba. That's just a really funny scene. Ava hates Mick. Zari is trying to look for a loophole for John. He can't change the past. He still meets Des. So they go back in time to try to stop him from meeting Des in the restaurant, but then he meets him anyway with the lighter, with the smoke. And so they meet anyway, and so he can't change the past. They have a new doll problem. So they burn the first doll, but then the thing comes out and goes into a Stein doll, which they used last season to help with the team to recover from their loss. And so I guess that's kind of also relating to the crossover last time. So, yeah. So then we learned Constantine is trying to not do this because he was the one that actually drug him to hell, because along with Neron, he wouldn't leave if he didn't get Neron in there too, so he had to sacrifice this. Ava and Mick have like a little dinner date type thing and try to get along, but they don't, obviously. So Mona goes to talk to the Kushaba or whatever, but then he says, "Get out, there are people coming," and then these people start stealing him or like tried getting him. But then she stands up for him and is like, "Hey, stop right there." And then they get tapped. She gets struck. She gets hurt also. And then dying. Okay, so Charlie is dying when she's stuck in one form for a long time. And so, yeah. Okay, so dolls dying. They get all attacked. They are fighting. And so Constantine, while they're messing with the doll, he's back in time trying to break him up. The amulet disappears. He breaks up with Dez, and then there's a big ripple effect, which in the trailer looks like the team are dolls. Okay, so, and Zari's a cat. And Charlie and Constantine are the only people not affected. So they are going to have to change it back next episode. The quote is Sarah saying, "I think we may have a Chucky situation." Alright. Now, we're on to Flash. Episode 8, or the 100th episode. Otherwise entitled, What Passed is Prologue. The threat, I don't know, the Time Wraith, Cicada, Zoom, Reverse Flash. Those are all the threats in this episode. Mission, get stuff to dampen Cicada's dagger. And so, dagger name calling, like they're thinking like, we need a way to title a power dampener dagger. And so, power dampening dagger dampener. Whew! Okay, so they need a strong alloy, Savitar's suit, remove dark matter, figure out how to remove the dark matter, Speed Force transmitter, to do that with dark matter, extrapolator, particle accelerator explosion. And so it's going to go through Season 1, Season 2, and Season 3, because Zoom used it to inject himself with the speed Savitar suit, the whole Season 3, and particle accelerator explosion, Season 1. They could do a time hack, where they place something in the past, so it's available in the future. So they could phase it into a wall or something, and then they run off, go back, and then they can find Cicada at the hospital. Sherlock is suspicious of Nora again. Okay, so they run to Season 3. They want to get the strong alloy first, when he broke the suit, and so Time Wraith. The Time Wraith is there when they get there. The suit blows up. Verse Savitar's about, and then Barry runs the Time Wraith away, and then Nora sees Iris kill Savitar at that moment when he's about to attack him, and so she gets to see something cool. Her mother also did. So then they go back to Season 2. The transmitter was supposed to be in him, go down, and he runs off, chokes Barry into the wall. But then Barry can't find the transmitter. Harry finds Barry searching for the transmitter. He's like, "Wow, you changed quick." And he's like, "Yeah." And then he gets mad. He's about to break the transmitter. He's like, "Whoa, wait!" Yeah. But Zoom stops him from leaving. Like, "You're not going anywhere." And he's like, "Who's that?" "Another speedster." And they run around the city until they time travel, and then Zoom makes it in there with him, and then he's running with him, and then he makes some trip and fall while the Time Wraith pushes him away. And so we have no idea where Zoom is. Okay. The time. Okay. The time he's in is the time when he went back in time in Season 2. Or, yeah, season 2. Yeah, and then the transmitter broke, and so they gotta get E-Bar to fix it. Confusing. This is the time when he went back in time to season 1. I don't know what season it is, but the episode is season 2. Okay, so, season 1. So, they get the transmitter fixed. They talk to him about stuff, which I don't really care about. So, yeah, going to season 1. They're walking by Grodd, and then Nora's like, touching it, wanting to touch him, and he's like, I wouldn't do that if I were you. And then, so it's baby Grodd, before Grodd turned into a big murdering monkey guy. Awkward handshake. Okay, yeah, the awkward handshake. He goes like he did when he was gonna kill him. Yeah, that's, and then Barry tells what Reverse Flash did. Like, he killed my mom. And, yeah. Okay, so, yeah. Particle accelerator goes off. Reverse Flash is in the wheelie thing, so Barry. And then we see the same Doc that is with Cicada in the future. And so, yeah. Team V Cicada. Yeah. Doesn't go so well. Killer Frost has no dark matter. It's because it's genes. And she's the new key to stopping Saboteur. And so Sherlock finds her book. And so the book has all this writing in it from season 4, sorry. And then she says she created it, and she has a secret source, which is Reverse Flash. In 2046, I saw that, and so, yeah. So there's a lot of weird stuff. And so Nora was in the crossover last year, so I think this episode's gonna be crossover stuff. Or stuff from crossover. I don't know, but, yeah. So yeah, they didn't stop Cicada. He opened up a rift. It went up into space, but then Cicada was powerful enough to bring it back and get defeated. The team got defeated. So yeah. Now, and the quote is Barry saying, "It's time to go back to the night it all began." And also he goes to Nora, like his mom Nora, and his dad, Henry. And they run away, they run off, and then, yeah. So, yeah, just a little awesome stuff for you today. Yeah. Alright, so, yeah. Alright guys, it is like, 10:25 for me, so, yeah, this is a really late video, and, boom, yeah. Alright guys, if you guys liked this video, if you guys did, please leave a big like down below. And if you guys haven't already, please subscribe. Peace. I really freaking like this basketball stuff. Oh yeah.